All right, let's go. This here is just the access trail to get down onto the main trail. All right, so we're coming up on the main trail here. It's actually, we're only going to hike a few miles today. I think it's less than 2 miles in to where we're heading. We're just going to hike in to the shelter area, and I'll show you around the shelters, and we'll probably just make breakfast, make coffee, hang out at the shelter for a little bit. But yeah, we started hiking here when S'mores was just, I think, 7 months. I started taking her on some shorter backpacking trips. We would do some overnighters. We've been to this shelter area several times, mainly because it's close to the trailhead. If I don't want to do a real long hike, come out, hike in, camp out overnight at the shelters, and then head out in the morning. But I've also done longer trips on this trail, 8 or 10 miles in, stay, and then 8 or 10 miles out. But today, just a short trip for S'mores' birthday. So here we go. And the Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail it's pretty rocky. There's a section that we'll go through with lots of like big giant boulders. So I'll definitely get some footage as we go through that area. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy. I'm definitely putting S'mores to work with her little backpack. She's carrying all the water for the day. S'mores, happy birthday. 7 years old. I don't know if you can see, there's some wider trails there, and I don't know if you can see that orange dot, but this area is also the cross-country skiing area. There's actually like a warming hut back at the trailhead, but I've hiked this in March several times and there has been snow, so there's normally is snow, but we've had a very mild winter, so no snow this year. All right, well, I'll join back up when we get to something interesting, probably like the boulder area. We're just taking it easy for the most part, especially because we're just kind of getting out of hibernation for the winter. We're both out of shape. Yeah, there's not much elevation on this section here. It's rocky, a couple up and downs in the boulder section I mentioned earlier. It's kind of a little steep little drop, but overall that's pretty much just the only elevation on this section. S'mores just likes to sniff everything. I'm sure there's been other dogs here. You can see coming up, you can definitely see where the elevation starts. So this is where all those boulders start. Kind of weasel our way down through here. You ready, Bubba? Hold on, hold on. S'mores has probably hiked more than your average dog. That's all we used to do when she was a little bit younger. We've been to over 100 state parks in Pennsylvania, and we pretty much hike every time we're out and about. We've done a ton of miles on the Pennsylvania section of the Appalachian Trail, and she just loves it. Yeah, you can see this drops off here pretty good. Go ahead. Take it easy, don't pull me down. Up here. Oh, you want to take a break? Go ahead. You stay there, I'm going to grab a picture. Alright, this looks like a good spot for a picture. The sun might wash it out, but we'll try it anyways. Come on. Yikes. Stay on the trail, S'mores. Leave no trace. There's some steps built in here on this little hill. taking the steps. Come on. I'll get some footage when we climb back up, but yeah, you can see this is a pretty steep section, and you can see the boulders way up top, which is where we just came through. Alright, so we just got to the shelter area. Here's a little feeder trail that heads back into the shelters, which is our destination for the morning for a nice coffee and breakfast. Come on, Bob. Yeah, like I said, this isn't a real long hike, just a short little jaunt to get back into the shelter area here. All right, well, we're coming up on the first shelter, which is the one that's right on the trail pretty much. There's actually 5 shelters at each area, and I'll talk a little bit more about them once we get settled in, but I always reserve the one that's furthest back. It's kind of away from these other ones, but there's 2 down there. There's this one right here on the trail, another one, and then the one I usually go to is way up in the back there. Yeah, there's still smoke coming out of there, so somebody must have camped here overnight and already left this morning. If you're in Pennsylvania or even anywhere within driving distance, I highly recommend staying at these shelters. It's quite an experience with the built-in fireplaces. I'll show you here in a little bit, but they have an area, a woodshed area, that's usually pretty stocked up all through the winter. So we'll go check that out. There's a bathroom section here too. Come on. Yeah, I can see the woodshed from here, and it looks pretty full. There it is, number 5. And there shouldn't have been anyone camping here last night because I actually had it reserved, but decided not to come and camp overnight. I figured I'd just come in early in the morning. Come on. Come on. Oh, somebody left us a snack. Oh, fire starters. I thought it was like a pack of Oreos. Well, I'm gonna get my pack off, get settled here a little bit, get some water, and then I'll join back up with you here in a few.